The thing I just wanted to mention to everybody is every time I make a video, none of this is scripted. I don't basically I just hit record and I just talk. So as you can tell, because sometimes I burp. Okay, so I got to tell you guys, I'm addicted to carbonated drinks. All right, so I apologize if a little burp sneaks up in there. It's I know it's gross. Some people are like, oh, gross, but you know what? I have unedited. My videos are unedited. I don't go over them again. I record, I talk, I upload. That's it. Like there's no playing back. I mean, there's some videos that I just I delete them because I'm like, it might be a little too extreme for some people. But I don't edit them. I delete them, and then I just record again. So all my videos are unedited. They're unscripted. It's just right off the cusp. I'm just saying how I feel. I think videos come off better that way. I think it's better. It grabs attention better. If I were to do something like scripted, I don't know. People would be like, that doesn't sound like Nate. So just remember that. So if there's something that you're offended by or whatever, you're more than welcome to unfollow. You're more than welcome to not hear it. That's your right. Free speech is free speech. Although it can be offensive, like Supreme Court says, it can be offensive sometimes, and it can be insulting, but it definitely invokes an exchange of ideas, is how the Supreme Court says, and that's the basis of free speech. I am not only in a custody battle for my child being kidnapped from state court, but the judges so I'm on my fourth judge now. So I had one family commissioner, he's gone. I had a family judge that got recused. I had a second judge that got recused. Now I'm on my fourth judge. He should have never picked up the case because he was already mentioned in a federal deprivations of rights lawsuit, Smith v. Newsom. If you Google it, that's my lawsuit, the first one, against 25 other litigants. All those litigants had some little or lot to do with depriving me of my right to my son. They contributed in some little shape, form, or fashion. I have it described. If you guys go to Pacer, or if you go to Google and you see it, you can actually, if you go to Pacer, you can actually download my lawsuit. Or if you want a copy of it, let me know. I'll send you a copy. I'll mail you a copy. I have a lot. My most popular document that people ask for me is when I shut down Julie Sockel trying to claim I was a vexatious litigant and tried to charge me $22,000 in attorney fees. That was totally frivolous. It was bullshit. I filed a long response to that, and a lot of people want copies of that document because it was a really good one. I have another really good one, was my 56-page response after my kid was kidnapped from me. They submitted fraudulent evidence of a fake drug test. It was an at-home drug test. They were already told 2 months prior that drug test was faulty by a medical professional, and they did labs on my son, and he tested negative for all drugs. They tried to use that, and they did use that on February 2nd, had my kid kidnapped from me, and while I wasn't present in court. Due process violations, fraudulent evidence, felony perjury. I submitted all this to the district attorney. District attorney did nothing. The Tuolumne County district attorney did nothing. And Olivia was charged also with 2 counts of 278.5, because she withheld Carter from me on scheduled holidays that she's the one that filled out and signed, and we all agreed upon. She withheld him from me on his birthday and my birthday. My kid is 4. I've only been able to attend one of his birthdays because she keeps withholding him from me. She does that on purpose because she's trying to break the familial bond because me and him are so tight and so close. I haven't seen my kid in 7 months. And guess what? I'm coming back with a fucking vengeance. I've been hitting hard. I've been hitting them hard and proving that these judges are breaking the law. They're breaking constitutional law, state and federal. State law, too, they've been breaking. And they've been acting on their own rogue laws that nobody supports. They're doing of their own behavior. In fact, on August 1st, they had me arrested by officers in tactical gear because I supposedly violated a restraining order for driving through downtown Sonora because it was within 100 yards of her office building that she wasn't even in at the time. And not only that, but that restraining order was granted on unconstitutional grounds because I was filming in public from a public sidewalk, not even making any contact with them. So it's totally frivolous. It's total retaliation. I talked to the Judicial Council today. They agreed. They said that is disgusting what they're doing. They said what they're doing is not ethical in any way, shape, or form. Then I had Call Curtis, one of his reps, called me back. They don't do family law. But man, we had a good conversation. He said, "Thank you for defending fathers." And he says, "You know what?" He's all, "It sounds like you have a good book going on." I said, "Oh, it's going to end up being a movie. I promise you. And I'm going to win this case." They're retaliating against me because they know in federal court I'm going to win this case. So you guys keep watching. Google Smith v. Newsom. I just contacted federal court, and the wonderful lady, she was wonderful. She it was the chambers. I contacted the chambers of Honorable Judge Kirk, who is our sheriff. Excuse me, not Kirk. Sheriff Kirk. Yeah, something like that. Sheriff. His last name's Sheriff. I should probably learn his name before we go to court, right? So I told him what was going on, that they're retaliating against me. She said she's going to send a note. She can put a note in there, let him know that the Superior Court's retaliating, the officers are retaliating, and I told him if they don't hurry up, they're going to throw me in jail, and I'm not going to be able to respond to my lawsuit. I said, so I got a writ of supersedis ready to go. As soon as I get thrown in jail, I'm giving it to a bunch of friends they're just going to blanket Fresno Court with these writ of supersedis back to back to back to back. So hopefully it works. I'm praying. I'll be sitting in a jail cell praying, because I'm going to get thrown in there just for retaliation, not for anything other than 3 judges and attorneys and a district attorney abusing their authority, which is going to come back on them. I promise it's going to bite them right in their fucking ass. Watch.